Hello, all my chickadees. Welcome. Today we're going to be trying Broken Colors. This has actually been requested a few times by you guys, so I'm like, yes, I am bumping it up my list, and we are playing it next. I don't remember much what this is about, but I think it's right up my alley, so we're going to dive on in and check it out. I like trying to go in as blind as I can sometimes. What's that? Is that just exit? Oh, cool. It's a thingy-mabob. Is that a butterfly? No, that's a bloody heart. Oh, that's really cool. Wee. Okay. When you come into this world, what name was given to you? Enter your first name. Okay. We're gonna go Sparrow. And we're gonna make Fail the last name. And what pronouns do you use? He, him? Wonderful. Let's see where your path will take you in this dark, unsteady world. My outstretched hand feels its way forward to the source of the alarm until it finds a snooze button and the alarm comes to a stop. I yawn and roll onto my side, curling up into a ball. I'm already snoring when it sounds again, louder this time. I groan at the thought of leaving the comfort of my cozy bed. All right, I'm awake. Knowing that I would have to skip lunch if I wasted any more time now, I let out a defeated sigh and pull myself up into a sitting position to switch the alarm off. I put my phone back onto the bedside table, but hard as I try to make it casual, it takes all my energy to swing my legs over the side without falling backwards. Ugh. I stop moving and allow myself a few seconds to let the day come softly into focus, even if I can hardly keep my eyes open. My whole body feels like it's been hit by a truck. Is that what they call fatigue syndrome? I swear, it's been getting harder to fight it off every day. Putting my hands on either side of me, I grunt as I finally push myself off the bed completely. I feel my feet still ache from the previous day's work as I stumble towards my closet, wiping the sleep from my eyes in an almost robotic fashion. Pull on a pair of shorts and a shirt, whatever is conveniently residing at the top of the pile. The summer sun shines brightly through the grubby windows of my apartment, filling me with more unnecessary warmth. I close my eyes and bring my arms back behind my head, stretching. Another yawn escapes my throat as I head into the kitchen, only to be faced with an almost empty fridge. Right. We forgot to go shopping, did we? I had to get rid of most of my food after the last power outage. Can't eat well if you're late paying the electricity bill. I decide to make myself a chicken salad sandwich and a mental note to do more grocery shopping tomorrow. Or maybe I should not only do it mentally, but also write it down. Yeah, I vote we write it down, because it's really easy to forget stuff if you try to make a mental note. Be like, like 3 days later. Oh, I was supposed to do that. Later. So, AKA, we're not going to write it down. Oh, let's look at behind you. Drill or hammer. Some... Oh, and what is that plushie? It's like a cat dragon. That is adorable. I want it. The soft crackling sound under my chair reminds me of the dried leaves that had been scattered all over the floor by a strong draft the other day, and are the sad result of my neglected mint plant. And mind you, accidentally killing is not an easy task. Oh shoot, how could I forget to water you the whole time? Poor thing. While I throw pitying glances at it, I finish my lunch, then pick up some of the leaves, thinking about reviving my plant later, before rushing to get ready for another eventful day at work. We could have just watered it! The amount of time it took just to clean up the leaves, we could have watered the poor thing. Oh my gosh. Oh. Lots of interesting people out. I step outside into the scorching sun, feeling the same heat wave that has been keeping me sleepy and lethargic for the past few weeks. With squinting eyes, I look at the cloudless afternoon sky. Its bright cocktail blue stretches on forever, giving me a moment of pure serenity. I take a deep breath and enjoy the summer breeze that hangs along a dry wind messing up my hair. Such a pretty afternoon. It's a shame I have to work today. Sighing, I put on my sunglasses and wiggle my way through the heavy traffic pouring in from a nearby expressway. Vehicles of all shapes, sizes, and colors bustle by, creating quite a din, yet one could still hear the humming sounds of bees darting through the air and the soft clinking of iced drinks from restaurants. I turn the next corner and only get a glimpse of the back of my coworker's car, who had just finished his morning shift before he takes off driving home to his family. My feet carry me to the building he had left, a small convenience store where I work as a cashier. Stopping in front of the staff entrance, I look for my keys, then grab the doorknob. Ouch! Only to feel my palm exploding in pain. Damn it, not again! I wave my hand as if to shake off that burning sensation. Oh, it's because the doorknob is metal and it's so hot because of the sun. Ouch. Oh. Yeah, that's not fun. I wish we had more trees growing, throwing some shade in this part of the city, or a new affordable entry door for that matter. One that also makes it easier for the new air conditioner to run more efficiently. Speaking of, after using a handkerchief to protect myself somewhat from the intense heat of the door, I hurried inside and noticed only a slight difference in temperature. Oh, that's miserable. A not so pleasant crosses my mind. What if the AC is not working? I bet Rasmus will use that as an excuse to go home early. While I make my way to the break room to fetch myself a drink, I find my coworker already sitting there with his legs stretched out in front of him, his feet propped up on the table and his arms resting behind his head, as if he'd come to relax, not to work. As usual, he doesn't bother to look at me or greet me, and continues to ignore me until I have a glass of chilled juice in my hand. Ah, this is Rasmus. Hello. Man, I could grow a beard just waiting for you. The AC is broken. What are you gonna do about that? Yep, that's Rasmus, the spoiled, obnoxious son of the manager, whose favorite pastime is to constantly bully me. Unfortunately, I need the money and can't afford to complain about it too much, even though his father is pretty nice to me. Oh, so you're the spoilt brat, huh? Well, except for his cruel jokes about us marrying one day, Rasmus and I are anything but a perfect match, really. Indignant at his reproachful remark, I stand next to the table, rest my other free hand on his hip, and glare at him. I see the corner of his mouth curling up, and I realize he's not the least bit intimidated by me. How should I answer him? Ah, here's our first choice. Me? Quick save complete. Okay. There we go. That's how you do it. Call a technician? Why me? Do I look like a technician? Hello to you too, Raz. Let's just be like hello to you too. Yeah, whatever. Answer my question, Sparrow. Is it really that hard to show some basic manners? He's mad. Ugh, you sound like my fucking step bitch at home. Really? That is not how you talk about your mom, Rasmus. If your goal is to piss me off today, you're on the right track. Jeez, calm down. I'm not here to fight you, but to waste my time? I'm perplexed by a sudden anger, but it doesn't seem to be directed at me. Even if he's giving me a disapproving glare, he must have had another fight at home, and it wouldn't be the first time to be used as a lightning rod. Choosing to ignore his snide comment for the moment, I pull up a chair, sit down, and take a sip of my drink. Shouldn't you keep an eye on the store? We don't have any customers yet, and none of them will stick around if the AC isn't getting fixed, including me. But you're gonna help me with that, right? What makes you think I would? 'Cause you work here? Because I thought I could treat you to some salted caramel ice cream if you do. Look at his attitude changed completely. Does he like salted caramel ice cream? I can take it. What? I can't help but smile at the realization that my offer seemed to have taken the wind out of his sails for now. It's my first time doing something different to get his help, which I always have a tough time with. After all, Rasmus isn't exactly known to be a selfless Samaritan or anything like that. I mean, sure. Whatever, let's go. Wait, really? Yeah, are you coming or not? We won him over by ice cream. The fact that this has worked has caught me so off guard that he has to call me a second time, threatening to change his mind before I finally rise from my seat to follow him. I feel kind of dumb for not trying this sooner. Things could have been easier for me, damn it! But at the same time, it is ridiculous to what lengths I have to go to just to get a little help from him. Unfortunately, he has always been like that. Bossy, condescending, even bitter about past events that may have been beyond his control. I noticed that he speaks more of his stepmom than his actual mother, but I figured that she might be a topic he doesn't want to discuss, so I never brought it up. Besides, I doubt trying to get to know him better would change anything about our current relationship. After changing into my work clothes and shutting off the power to the cooling system, we remove the thick ice layers and freeze the cool from the dirt and dust. This time, with Rasmus doing most of the work. Oh, it froze up, huh? He was more pleasant to be around whenever his work distracted him from me, which often led to the illusion that we got along well. Nobody would believe me whenever I complained about his bullying. People would just laugh and tell me to go easy on me, making him do the exact opposite. Once we're done, we return to the break room to wipe off the sweat off our faces with a towel and take a moment to re-enjoy the cooler temperature. Whew. Now that that's finally taken care of. Thank you, Raz. What would I ever do without you? Licking dirt, probably. And just like that, my enthusiasm about his help is gone. Anyway, he glanced at the clock on the wall, then back to me. You better go back to the counter now. I'll check our inventory in the meantime. I just nod as he leaves, pouring myself another glass of juice before I follow him through the door and place it down next to the cash register. Do we get free juice? That'd be nice. There's still no customers, huh? Seems like it's going to be a slow day. Depending on the season or day of the week, my job can be slow, hectic, stressful, or mind-numbingly boring and repetitive. It's also physically more demanding than some might think. Having to stand in one place all day is hard on my feet, knees, and back. I enjoy my job, though. Some of the most fun times involve chatting with the regulars, who would laugh, catch up, tease each other. I probably know more about their lives than their neighbors or even their relatives. Of course, we also have customers who treat me like I'm something nasty on the bottom of their shoes. A couple of them could ruin my whole day. Sadly, it is expected of me to debase my self-worth to avoid responding back in a similar manner. Milla, one of the regulars, isn't the type to say anything nice or even look remotely approachable. She usually just buys a cigarette and leaves the store as fast as she came in. I remember how she got angry at me once for asking for her ID. It was scary as hell, and to this day I don't know how I even survived her little outburst. But I like to think that she was just having a bad day, and isn't the mean kind. Vinny, another regular, is pretty quiet, and on some days even a little bit awkward. He always buys energy drink and avoids eye contact when talking to me. Also, you nervous, boy? Or shy? I once patted out how rude I thought this kind of behavior was. Now he occasionally makes an effort to show me that he pays attention. I admit, I feel kind of bad about it, seeing how rarely he manages a smile. Makes me wonder how miserable his life must be. The other two well-known regulars are Gunther and Levy. Gunther isn't much of a talker, but he's too polite not to engage in some small talk. At first, I was a bit intimidated by his height and bulky stature, The wrinkles and the dark half moons below his eyes didn't help to make him look any less scary either. Funnily enough, we both bonded later over our shared fear of dentists and love for cats. Oh, hello. I like the black and green look. He's got like that long green tongue. Hello, buddy. Levy is the kind of guy that gets you in a good mood as long as he walks into the store. He's always smiling, greeting, and ready to share the latest rumors with me. Me and Rasmus noticed a chemical smell clinging to him that made it obvious he's dealing with drugs. So strange to think that some of our customers might be actual criminals. I don't think I'll ever get used to the fact I moved to a city with a high crime rate. Gang fights, robberies, assassinations, and other attacks are part of everyday life here for some people. Why did we move here then? Why? Why? Even our manager has trouble expanding his business without facing any territorial issues. It's crazy, really. Luckily, the neighborhood I live in has been quite peaceful for years. However, I'd be lying if I said I didn't wish for a little excitement every now and then to combat my rather boring life. We don't need a store robbery, okay? Do not bring that juju in here. Still, no customers. My weary eyes wander to an open magazine that someone left on the counter. I pick it up. Wow! I can't help admiring the beautiful young woman on the cover, who looks vaguely familiar. Hey, isn't that the first customer that we were talking about? Oh, she's a model? I may have seen her around somewhere before, or just remember seeing her in a different type of media. She must be a popular model or dancer. I wonder what it feels like to get noticed by someone like her. My lips twist in self-mockery. Yeah, dream on, Sparrow. I finally break away from her charming smile and start flipping through the magazine till I get stuck on a page with a fun-looking personality quiz. I guess I could take it to kill some time. Question 1. You want to draw a landscape. Which color do you choose? Is this sneakily picking one of the different characters? Huh? I think it is. Let's see. Rasmus was violet. Question number 2. You've been blindfolded on a special surprise date. What will you see when your blindfold comes off? We're sitting on a roof terrace to have dinner under the starry night sky. We're surrounded by a lush green meadow, having a picnic under a tree. We're standing on a pier at the beach and watch the fireworks show. And the third one doesn't include food. Come on. We need food. Okay, so that narrows it down to the first two. Okay, we're gonna say... Okay, we're gonna pick the Terrence. Question number 3. You're gifted a gift that you receive a gift that you can use to complement your oversized style. You open the box and find a thin silver necklace with a pearl pendant, a paper straw hat with a black Groston ribbon, a black leather collar with a metal ring, a beaded bracelet with colorful patterns, a striped knotted headband in your favorite color. Let's go out and say a black leather collar. Question 4. What's the best snack for a movie night? Popcorn. Question 5. You want to get a pet. Which animals would suit you best? An independent pet that I can spend time with from the comfort of my home. A brave, loyal pet that can be active with outdoors. An exotic pet whose behavior I can observe and create new enrichments for them. Let's see. I have a lot of cats, so I'm going to say independent pet. Oh. Hey? What the fuck are you doing? Whoa! Don't startle me like that. careful who you're yelling at. If I was the manager, you'd be in big trouble now. As if you're not always causing me enough trouble already. I mumble these words as my lips curl into a pout. My eyes fall on the glass that I accidentally knocked over, its contents drenching the entire magazine, making the answers harder to read now. Groaning, I duck down, grab a paper towel from the lower tower shelf, and use it to wipe the counter. Then I dab at the juice stains on every page. What's that? A personality quiz? He snorts. Do you even have a personality you can speak of? Oh, come on, Rasmus. Be nice. You ain't getting that ice cream. I frown and glare at the quiz, instantly regretting having taken it at all. And you're still using a fountain pen, huh? How old-fashioned. I don't know why, but today he seems particularly annoying. I'm already so tired of having to listen to his voice, tired of not being able to enjoy things in his presence, and tired of him making me shrink each time his mocking gaze grazed me. And I'm not exaggerating here. He makes my skin crawl every time he laughs at something I've said or done. He's always laughing at me. And if I were one big joke, and God knows what else he does behind my back. Punch him! Well, we'd probably get fired then because he's the manager's son. And yet, every day, for 2 years now, I go through the same hellish routine with him. Why can't he stop doing that? It's like he wants to keep his iron grip around my neck and squeeze until my head finally pops off. I let out a small, involuntary gasp when I see the torn page. Oh, shit. I guess my dabs have been a little too aggressive, and it has nothing to do with Ramos. Nope, nothing at all. Just throw it away already. You're not here to laze around anyway. There's plenty for you to do, even if we don't have any customers right now. Okay. Boop. 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 Okay, I'm sorry. Is that why you're bothering me? Are you leaving? Like, are you leaving? Are you leaving? Please? Bye? Is that why you're bothering me? Is that why you're bothering me, or do you actually need something? I was about to tell you I'm leaving, but the shelves in the second row seems to be awfully dusty today. Better take care of that, or no day off for you. I just cleaned them yesterday. But, as always, my objection falls on deaf ears. Oh, and I won't take any calls while I'm busy lounging in a hammock in the pool drinking my cocktail. Just go home, asshole. So, you're going to a pool party? Yep, but losers like you aren't invited. Shocking. What makes him think I would want to be invited anyway? Who knows what kind of people he hangs out with and what he's like when he's drunk. God, I hope he gets a nice hangover. Then at least I'd have a break from his constant belittling and criticism when he's become too frequent for my liking lately. He grabs a small backpack and flings it over his shoulder. Be grateful that I trust you enough with these keys. Make sure everything is locked and secure. You know the drill. See you tomorrow. And I've been putting up with your crap since day one. You're the one who should be thankful. But I keep that part to myself and dismiss him with a wave of my hand, grumbling. Yeah, have fun at your stupid party. The store bell chimes as he pushes the door open, taking all the stress and tension I have felt for the last 2 hours with him. He's an asshole. My reflection in the window brightens up as soon as I hear the roar of his motorbike, accompanied by a Latin summer song that is now playing from the store's ceiling speaker. As the sound of his engine fades into a distant rumble, I stretch my arms above my head to feel less like a taunt violin strings, and hum softly to the song. Finally, some well-deserved peace and quiet. I just hope no one causes any serious trouble now that I'm alone. The headlines about gang raids targeting small shops are always on my mind when darkness falls across the city. I wonder if cashiers like me will soon have to be armed for emergencies like that. No, stop thinking about it. There's no point in feeding your anxiety now. Just enjoy the music and focus on your task. If there's like so many gang raid related activities, we need to, like, move. We need to move. There's, like, too much. I mean, we'd be away from Rasmus, and we'd be in an area that's not covered in crime, so I see a win-win here. We just need to... We need to move. Though the AC is running smoothly now, my dry throat craves more cold liquid, so I leave the counter to refill my empty glass in the break room. I take the sticky magazine with me to throw it out with all the other garbage into the containers at the staff entrance. As soon as I'm back inside, the nice music is interrupted by news reports of an unknown serial killer. Broadcaster. Approximately between July 3rd and August 11th, a serial killer murdered and dismembered in Kuma district at least 12 victims, only 3 which could be positively identified. 12 brutal killings in almost 6 weeks, and the police have neither clues or suspects. We ask you to keep your eyes and ears open and report any crimes, suspicious behavior, safety concerns, and medical emergencies. It is also recommended not to walk alone at night and to leave your workplace early to be home at a safer, reasonable time. God, this is awful. I can feel myself getting emotional as I imagine the grief the victims' families must be going through right now, as if these violent gangs wreaking havoc weren't enough. Now there's someone out there who takes pleasure in killing innocent people? Who would do such a thing? Rasmus? I'm watching you, boy. I don't trust you. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. He's up to something. He didn't go to a pool party, did he? Okay. And how could this killer be stopped? The authorities don't seem to know what they're doing either. This is just too much. I turn off the radio when I hear another announcer begin to elaborate on killer's methods. A chill runs down my spine as I look around at the deserted shop, suddenly feeling very exposed here by myself. I shake my head, trying to drive away the images of my own death. I wonder if Rasmus has heard about this news as well. If he did, I don't think he would have left me here all by myself. Wouldn't he? I don't even know if the Coma district is close to where I live. I never had time to fully explore the city after moving, and my train of thought breaks by the sudden arrival of customers, making me rush to the checkout. I only recognize one of them as a new regular. However, he's not what I would call profitable. Quite often, he just looks around and leaves without buying anything. That's a little suspicious. Even Rasmus finds it odd and told me to keep a close eye on him. Though, whenever he notices my gaze, he seems to feel compelled to strike up a conversation with me. Like now. Hi. He fiddles with the hem of his shirt and has a hard time making eye contact with me. A bit unusual, but for now, I'm glad I can talk to someone that isn't Rasmus. I put on my best smile and greet him cheerfully. Hello, sir. Nice to see you again. How can I help you on this beautiful day? It really is a beautiful day, isn't it, Sparrow? That's new. I know I never introduced myself to him, so I guess he must have overheard my name somewhere. And really hot, too. I hope you're keeping yourself hydrated. He's trying really hard to make small talk with me, isn't he? But I'm in no mood to talk about something as boring as the weather, so I'll try to steer him back on topic. What brings you here today? I wanted to ask, do you know, maybe we could, I would like to, His shoulders sag as he utters a frustrated sigh. That's not how I practiced it. Maybe I should know. Sir, is everything alright? He chuckles. I'm such a coward. I couldn't understand his mumbling, but before I can even ask him to repeat what he said, he turned on his heel and leaves the store. He was gonna ask us out, wasn't he? Well, that was weird. I'm baffled for several minutes, but decide that I should focus on the other customers instead of blaming myself for his sudden escape, as I usually do. I've never seen him so shy and awkward before. He didn't even ask about our products, but I'm sure he'll return. Most likely tomorrow. After all, everyone has a bad day. As if on cue, my gaze wanders back to the window as night falls, and I'm once again enveloped by loneliness. There's not much time left before my shift is over. What else can I do to shorten the waiting time? Read the newspaper, daydream, take a call. Okay, we're gonna save. Boop. Okay. Read the newspaper. We'll probably get like more info on the killer that way. Daydream, that'd be cool, but we don't want to space out and something happen and we don't pay attention. Take a call? Like, who'd we talk to? Let's read the newspaper. I usually avoid reading the newspaper with its clickbaity headlines, emotional tales, and political gossip, but maybe it has more information about exactly where these murders took place. I pick up the newspaper Rasmus brought and settled into a chair in the break room. I snap it open and my attention is instantly drawn to the picture of the victims I find in its crinkly pages. The victims were not related to each other, as some of them were not even residents of the city. Seems the only good thing about the whole story is that there were no children among them. My eyes drift to a small map with the crime scene circled. Looks like it only happened on the other side of town, which puts my mind at ease for now. Still, I shouldn't count on him not continuing his killing spree in the neighborhood. Ah! Let me reset my model real quick. My cat jumped up here and totally, moved my camera. There we go. I'm better now. I slam the cash register shut, lower the shutter doors, and activate the alarm system, determined to close the store an hour early today. It should be fine. We were assured if we skipped an hour or two, we wouldn't get any pay cuts, and I'm sure the manager will forgive me and I make that decision without his permission this time. After making sure I hadn't forgotten anything, I shuffle towards the exit and into the night. It's already pitch black outside, with only the voice of horns and the engine sound dramatically complementing each other. Despite the poorly lit streets, I catch glimpses of other solitary individuals rushing in different directions. In the distance, I spot a group of 4 with one holding a bat and pointing at a vending machine. The next moment, the bat hits the vending machine with full force several times. Yeah, let's not go that way. The sound of glass cracking, groaning, and eventually breaking fills the nocturnal silence. I reach for the pepper spray I bought the other day, dangling from my bag, and hold it firmly in my hand. But on second thought, I definitely don't want to cross paths with these people. They look like they're members of a gang who knows what they'll do if I become the focus of their attention. I wouldn't stand a chance against their whole group. We cutting down an alley. Yeah, this is safe. Yeah, we're good. No serial killer's gonna hide down this dark, creepy alley. I don't know what you're talking about. I turn around and decide to take a shortcut through the alley I just walked past. The alley itself is so narrow that I can stretch out my arms and touch the walls on either side. I feel the wind rushing through as I step onto it and hear it clutching ragged paper and twirling it in the air before dropping it. The flickering lights reveal various buildings towering over me like a forest made of stone. Intimidating, but it could be worse. I quicken my pace as peals of laughter ring out from behind me. The voice of those groups are getting too close for comfort now. Suddenly, a rustle comes from my left. My shoes scrape on the surface of the concrete as I come to an abrupt halt. Was that a cat? I yelp in surprise as a cat sprints past me, growling. It was. Jeez, that scared the living crap out of me. Seriously, is today Scare Sparrow to Death Day? I calm my breath and move forward, fully alert now. With each step, I notice an eerie silence settling in, and with that comes the feeling of being watched. I look around, but I don't spot anyone. I feel myself getting more anxious and impatient. This alley goes on forever. Eventually, the path leads me to a courtyard filled with pieces of junk and furniture. A sweet, fruity floral scent descends from a few balcony boxes, but it mixes with the stench of the garbage littering the ground. At least there's one of those velospheres. Its light is so powerful it can withstand any storm, so I don't have to worry about it suddenly going out. Okay, that sounds like a bottle got kicked and rolled across the pavement. I'm startled once more as my foot hits an empty tin can, making me stop dead in my tracks again. It bounces twice, rolls along the bumpy ground, gaining some speed and then melting into one with the darkness. My ears perk up when the metallic sound abruptly stops, presumably hitting a wall? Or someone? Clank. I stand there frozen, watching in horror as the same can rolls back towards me almost playfully. I force my feet to take a step back, then another. My eyes strain into the black mass before me, trying to make out a shape or silhouette of whatever is hiding in there. Just as I dismiss it as another cat, a male voice rings out, mocking and sinister. Oh no. Damn, you must have scored pretty high on those how dumb are you quizzes, eh? Is this Rasmus? You know, walking around here at night and meeting me. Holy shit! Look, it's a Cheshire grin there. With a shaky hand, I draw my pepper spray and aim at what I think is the spot where he's standing. Don't come any closer. I'm not afraid to use this. A deep chuckle escapes his throat. Haha, I know that brand. It's not very effective. I sometimes use it to flavor my meals. Fuck. My body reacts immediately to the fear screaming at me to run, so I started to sprint back to the way I came, amazed that my legs cooperated with such ease. I certainly won't wait and see if that guy is bluffing or not, nor will I waste a single thought on whether he's the infamous serial killer, if he has done this 100 times, or if he's a first-timer. He found me, of all people, and all I could do now was to run because there literally might be no tomorrow for me. I'm stopped by a thrown knife. Oh my god, he's throwing knives at us. That barely misses and lands right in front of me, thwarting my plan to run back. I dash into the only other narrow passage available to my left, which I knew would take me further away from home and the police station. And I bet he knew that as well. Adrenaline pulses through my veins. The summer air burns in my lungs, and the only sound that echoes from the walls are our shoes thudding dramatically against the ground. My brain goes into overdrive, creating images of all the things that could go wrong, and ideas of how to possibly survive this fucking nightmare. I run around the next corner, passing another apartment complex, and yell for help, hoping that a resident with an open window would hear the terror in my voice. But all I get is a bottle being thrown against a wall right above my head, and an angry female voice yelling back, "Shut the fuck up! People are sleeping!" What the actual fuck? Did she just throw a bottle at me? I hear my pursuer giggling behind me. That motherfucker. God, I wish I had the strength to strangle him. At least my anger at these two assholes fuels my speed for a bit. Being trapped in this labyrinth of pitch-black alleys with no help at all makes me feel more alone than the sound of my own shallow breathing. But a glance over my shoulder confirms I am not alone. I have this feeling that he wouldn't stop until he caught me, and I was dead, even if I managed to run or hide somewhere safe. Alright, time for plan B. I frantically feel around in my bag for my phone. A short-lasting relief washes over me when my hand finally hits the cold metal block. I grab it and push 2 buttons to call Rasmus. Come on, pick up. Please. Hey, you've reached my voicemail. You better, leave your name, number, and a damn good reason why this conversation could be done over text. P.S. If this is a matter of life and death, it will most likely be resolved by warning. Oh my god, Rasmus! No! Shit, I can't believe this fucking asshole. I lose my footing in the grip of my phone when I suddenly slip on something that smells like pickled zucchini and garlic, causing me to fall straight onto my butt. A sharp, stabbing pain shoots through my tailbone. Fuck! He's getting closer. I moan with every painful movement I make. Shit. I'm running out of time here. I need to get up. And closer. I turn around, crawling to reach my phone that landed a few feet away from me, still hoping I could get up fast enough to call the police instead. Just when my fingertips are about to touch the device, too close. I scream when he steps on my hand and deliberately shifts all his weight onto his left foot to keep it jammed. The pain is excruciating. He's crushing my fingers. I struggle to get free, but to no avail. My whole body feels like lead weights are attached to me. I can barely move. Look at him with his gritted teeth and fear flooding my eyes. That's it. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die. What a promising start. You and I, we're gonna have so much fun together. End of day 1. Thanks for playing our demo. We hoped you enjoyed it. Please leave us feedback in the comments. Any criticism is welcome as long as it's constructive so we can make improvements to the game. We can't wait to start working on the next chapter soon, and I hope you stick with us for the full release and beyond. See you around. So, he said he's gonna have fun with us, so that means he just knocked us out and he's gonna do stuff later? Are we gonna be tortured? Huh? Oh goodness. Oh wow, they had a lot of supporters. That's excellent. Huh. Interesting. What did you guys think of this? It really got intense there for a minute. Oh goodness. Is it a character we've met before? Is my question. Because it did have like the question mark on the face. Because it could be one of the customers that kept coming in. But also could be somebody we haven't met yet. I really thought it was Rasmus there for a little bit. I was like, Rasmus, I would not put this past you. He's mad we didn't buy him that ice cream. Okay, thanks for joining me for this demo, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!